Good Canadian content coming at you from the underground. Better off dead more than seen on UFR. Stick around.
Christian identities will not bring us down. We share this common struggle, stand up and fight as one. It's corporate domination, hypocrisy so strong. What will be left for tomorrow? What's it good? We won't take it anymore. Someday we're gonna bring it down. We'll live our lives always back against the wall. Against the wall. That's why we're gonna fight and we can't wait for tomorrow. Watch the way we're falling down. We'll live our lives always back against the wall. Against the wall. The question identities will not bring us down. We share this common struggle, stand up and fight as one. It's corporate domination, hypocrisy so strong. What will be left for tomorrow? Once it's we don't want it, we won't take it anymore. Someday we're gonna bring it down. We'll live our lives always back against the wall. Against the wall. This time we're gonna fight and we can't wait for tomorrow. Let's watch for where we're falling down. We'll live our lives always back against the wall. Against the wall.
Unified Field Radio.
I'm David Suzuki. How far away is your next meal? The average lunch or dinner travels 2,400 kilometers to get to your table. Eating local means eating fresher and combating global warming. The future is in your hands and on your table.
Think globally. Eat locally. Eat your way to a healthier planet and a healthier you. Find out how at davidsuzuki.org.
I love the pizza man, cause he puts the food right in my hand. Tucks me in so late at night with a delicious cheese slice.
If you love the pizza man, you'll love Island Greek. We have over 21 signature pizzas. Call now and get 2 large signature pizzas and a 2-liter pop for just $39.99. That's Island Greek at 2150 Gottingen, 902-422-8888.
A delicious cheese slice.
Maybe this is the decade that roadblocks are going to be throughout Canada because people are fed up. Fish is dying, the air is dying, the plants are dying, the animals are dying. We're not too far behind them.
But when I leave, you remember I said, with the last words on my lips, that I am a revolutionary.
The Radical Imagination is a research project about movements, social change, and the future. Are you interested in taking part in group discussions on activism, movement building, and revolution? Join us for a collective exercise in imagining egalitarian futures. To find out more or to participate, contact me, Dr. Alex Kasnavish, at Mount St. Vincent University by phone at 457-6565 or check us out online at www.radicalimagination.org.
Hi, I'm Emma Starr. Hi, I'm Liam Starr. We're from New Brunswick, and you're listening to Unified Field 88.1 FM. I'm an alien. The truth is out there.
Religion bleeds of insanity. How long can they drop the balls? Millions die, nothing acting for lying. How long can they drop the balls? What do we trust with those who tell us lies? Like the ones that cut us down inside. Corporate greed
That's what I'm talking about. Thanks, Better Off Dead. Thanks, Will, all the guys out there. Danny out in Alberta making that stuff happen. And thanks to all you out there in the world of radio, listening and tuning in this fine Saturday night for an amazing Unified Field episode featuring Stan Romanek and his new book, Messages, the world's most contemporary, famous UFO abductee and experiencer. Boys out there, Better Off Dead, just so you know, I play 2 of your tracks here, and it is SoCan night. So I hope everything's inked for you guys in SoCan, because you'll get a couple, 20 cents off of my show tonight. So there you go. All right, without further ado, this is the Stan Romanek interview right here on UFR, Atlantic Canada's only paranormal radio broadcast, but we don't stop there. We expand into exopolitics, new consciousness, new science, new technology, leading frontiers in the world of the unknown, and we try and open doorways. So, without further ado, here we go. Stan Romanek on UFR Saturday Night. Today in the studio over via telephone line is an incredible individual. He's written a book in 2009 entitled Messages. This is the story of Stan Romanek, and it's one of the best documented cases of UFO sightings and alien abductions of modern time. He's been experiencing UFO sightings since the age of 5 and has had and continues to have a large number of encounters with extraterrestrial species, which against the grain of past data streams he remembers without screen memories. Although dyslexic and says he's below average in the field of mathematics, he has somehow recorded advanced mathematical formulas dealing with ET propulsion systems, which he says were learned from the entities, as well as strange symbology, the location of the home planet of the entities, and the means by which they travel here. But it doesn't end there, folks. He also has highly controversial alien entity footage and numerous UFO photos and video. He's been labeled a charlatan by many people, out to capitalize on the reality of the ET presence on Earth. But the footage he's presented, which some claim to be masterful CGI and or puppet effect, has not yet been fully debunked. We'll hear what he has to say about that. He's been in several media broadcasts, including Larry King, and is the author of the new book, like I said, Messages, the world's most documented extraterrestrial contact story. Tonight on the Unified Field, we welcome Stan Romanek. Mr. Romanek, thanks for joining us today on Atlantic Canada's only paranormal/consciousness-expanding radio broadcast, the Unified Field.
Well, thank you for having me on.
This is a real triumph for all of us out here on the east coast of Canada, because everybody knows Stan Romanek, but there are people out here in this part of the world that probably haven't, and I am really thankful for you to be here. I really appreciate it. Your story is humongous. It has massive implications, and it's very deep. The book is really, really intriguing and exciting, and thanks for being here again.
Oh, sure, no problem.
Now, I know your experiences, like you say, go back to about the time you're 5 years old, and I know when you were older, you were quite a skeptic yourself. Maybe you can let us all know what changed all that in you.
Well, excuse me. My first major experience to me happened in the year 2000. And, I had some stuff happen as a child, but you really don't put two and two together till a bigger event. You go through a bigger event. With me, it was 2000 that started it all. And I had met my wife online. We'd become very close friends. She lived in Nebraska. I lived in Colorado. And I wanted her to come visit me. And I thought, the best way to do that, I was going to send her a care package. I was going to go up to the mountains and videotape the skyline of Denver and the Rocky Mountains and send her a video. Well, this was December 27th of 2000. I decided to take the back way up to the mountains, and on my way up there were people that were pulled off to the side of the road. Now, at this point, I didn't think about UFOs. I didn't believe in them. I didn't believe in ghosts. I didn't believe in anything like that. And when I watched these people off to the side of the road, they were all pointing to the south above some power lines that were to my left. And I looked up above the power lines, and the first thing I noticed was an object about 60 feet or so above these power lines. And at first I thought it was some kind of really bizarre shaped hot air balloon that was going to crash into the power lines. And when I got closer, I realized it was actually a metallic object. And it was stationary, just stuck there, just not moving, just stuck there. It was spherical on top, 6 smaller spheres on the bottom.
Wow.
When I got to it, the smaller spheres started rotating counterclockwise. And to be honest, it scared the heck out of me. I mean, it really kind of rocked my world because it was right there. Now, what makes my case so different, and this is the big thing people need to understand, and yes, there are a lot of people out there trying to debunk this. They can't seem to ever get to that point, though, because most of the things that happen to me only seem to happen when there's a lot of people around.
Wow.
So that's what makes it different, and that's when it all started, was with this first UFO sighting.
That's really fascinating. The August issue of Open Minds there has a nice big spread on you, Stan. You've seen that, obviously.
Sure. Oh, you bet.
I love Alejandro Rojas. I think he does very great work for the field, and his magazine, his publication is just beautiful. Nice article, by the way. This craft that you saw there in 2000, you say?
Yes, 2000, December 27th of 2000.
Now, was this? It sounds like it was. Was it one unit, or was it? It seems like it was several different units.
I can't. It looked like it was one craft, but it was how do I explain it? It was spherical. It was about 30, 40 foot in diameter. So this thing wasn't small. Oh. And it had 6 smaller spheres underneath that looked like they were not really attached, but floating around the larger sphere. Looking at that thing, the first thing I thought was, it's got to be military, but as I looked at it closer, it's how could it be? I mean, there's no way we'd have technology like that.
Right.
There's no way. In between these smaller spheres on the bottom was the blackest black I'd ever seen in my life. I mean, there's nothing that even comes close, even to this day, that I can find on this planet. It looked and it reminded me like I was looking into infinity. That's the only way I could explain it. Maybe it was creating a small black hole as part of its propulsion system. I'm not sure. But it rattled me a little bit. And the scary thing was, it actually started pacing my van. I got brave. There were a bunch of people there. There were tons of people around, just like with everything involved in my case.
Amazing.
There were a bunch of people up ahead, and I remembered I had my video camera, and I'm thinking to myself, people, I don't believe what I'm seeing. I got to videotape this, and people aren't going to believe this unless I videotape it. So that's what I did. I started videotaping this object, and right when I rolled down the window to do it, it seemed to notice me, and it literally popped from about 60 foot to maybe 60 foot above the power lines to about 1,000 feet.
Wow!
Just in a millisecond, you could barely follow it with your eyes.
Was this video made public?
Oh yeah, sure. In fact, you can go online. You can go to my website and see most of the videos, and the famous alien in the window thing that I'm pretty famous for.